Hello everyone, Reggie Time here, making a video for my YouTube channel and the 25 NL tables on Unibet. I've been playing these games for around a week now, and apart from the back of a horrific session that I had earlier this evening, it's been going really quite well. Tonight's session was an unmitigated, well, not disaster, but a bum word to use, but it didn't go well. It didn't run well, didn't particularly play well, so not a good time to think about maybe making a video and making sure that I focus on what I'm doing. I've quite often find that making a video does bring out the best of me. And yeah, so hopefully we're going to get some spots. I haven't just started the session, but already we have taken some money from table 2, which is a nice way to start a session. I feel the things I did wrong in my last session was I was too passive, for sure. I didn't run well, do not get me wrong, I did not run well. I also played some 50 now, which perhaps, because I haven't got a lot of money on the site, perhaps it affected my play. I wouldn't rule it out. I think maybe it did, just a little bit, maybe it was a little bit too weak. And I think that kind of spread to my 25 tables too. And yeah, that could definitely be a reason for it. I was way too weak. Remember the last video I made, some good player from, I think it was Reddit, criticised me for perhaps being too aggressive, which I don't think I agree with. I am certainly, I think I maybe do see bet on the higher side. Maybe I do double and triple barrel on the high side. Maybe I'm exploitable, as he put it. Yeah, he said you're exploitable. My entire game is based around not being exploitable, but trying to just make players that I think work in a vacuum, and not necessarily thinking about the bigger picture, particularly on a site like Unibet where I'm a different player every day. As you can see, I'm 4 different players here. Tomorrow I'll be 3 different players again. And that's not an excuse to say we don't need to be balanced. Because I know a lot of people really do swear by balance. I think balance, it works well. It works much better in the tougher games that many of you guys play than it works in these games, where I just think I can be really quite unbalanced at times and not have relatively weak players exploit me for it. 5-6 suited on the button. I'm going to call here because of Obo, whatever it's called. Obo-nist, is it? In the big blinds. When we could have sometimes considered 3-betting with a hand like that just to try and pick up the pot pre-flop, but no, we have a playable hand post-flop. It's not something I do very often, but if I think someone's opening too wide from the cut-off, which there might be, because either player has seen them before, he's almost certainly a regular. It's sometimes something that I will just decide to take a flare with. I mean, this is obviously really fishy from both these guys. We're just going to keep calling, try and make our 2 pairs on our trips, or ideally our flush. We make none of those things, so we are just about done with it now. Not going to worry too much about losing this pot. It's only a small one. I'm going to assume that Durs wins. And Durs did indeed win. So yeah, you are going to see me being pretty aggressive in this video. Probably see betting with higher frequencies than is optimal if we're talking about game theory, for sure. Game theory is not something I've ever given an awful lot of mind to. I've certainly never tried to study it for more than 5 or 10 minutes. It just isn't for me. It's not. If I had to learn game theory to remain competitive in the games that I play, and I would probably just not play poker. I'd find something else to do. I'd go and get myself a real full-time job and maybe just play poker on the side, just very much a hobby that I wouldn't expect to win at. Maybe just play sit and goes or multi-table tournaments as and when I felt like doing it. But I don't think poker's that tough yet, where we need to be anywhere near playing game theory optimal at 25 and out on a site like Unibet. And it's not something that I really want to give that much thought to. I know that really does rub some guys up the wrong way. I understand that. I'm not trying to rub you up the wrong way. It's just how I see things. And it's been working well enough for me for long enough that I'm just too long in the tooth to change it now until I need to change it. And if I need to change too much, then, as I talked about earlier, I'm probably going to find something else to do with my spare time. I have trips is definitely a regular. Not sure it's at every table. No, it's not, but who else do we know at the tables here? Jenny's a regular. Nope, that's about it in terms of regulars. Now, some of these other guys could be regulars, but they might have the actual common sense not to play on the same alias day in, day out, which some of these players do. Someone told me that Jenny was a good player, and that may or may not be true. But I would say the very fact that Jenny and I have trips, so it's called I have trips. I'm just going to bet twice now with this queen pot and just make you fold everything, or try and make you fold everything. The fact that they're not using the opportunity to be anonymous and therefore allow other regulars to just gain more information than them over time tells me that they're not really that good. They can't be that good. I'm not saying they're probably winning players. I assume they're winning players. But to me, it just seems like a huge mistake when we can play on a site where we can regularly change our alias. To not do that seems ludicrous to me. So we flop a set multi-way here. On a kind of board where we can get all kinds of action. So I'm going to make a pretty large c-bet over 2/3 pot. I'm just going to hope someone somewhere has had like pocket 7s, pocket 8s, 9x, 10s, jacks, who knows what. I'm going to try and build a pretty big pot before any horrible turn cards come off. That wouldn't be a horrible turn card. See no reason not to continue betting here. It's going to be really hard for Ziddy to come along. When we double barrel twice in this spot, it would be really hard for Ziddy to come on, but who knows. I could have considered checking there, I guess, and going for a check raise, but I kind of thought somebody might just, especially on break like that. It's not the kind of card that we're going to bluff on very often because we expect to get called too often. So it's not the kind of card we're going to bluff on because we expect to get called too often. Stands to reason it should really be a good card to continue value betting on. And we do get 2 folds, which is unfortunate, but never mind, such is life. I think we could have possibly made an exploitable check there. Just to hope that Obo just then pumps his 492 in, Ziddy calls, and we get to trap Ziddy by shoving on him. Maybe that would have been a better play. But that's hindsight, isn't it? It's all well and good in hindsight. So yeah, you GTO guys out there, you don't need to keep telling me that I suck. It's not something that I'm really paying that much into. by all means keep doing it, if that's what floats your boat. But most of you guys now, you know my videos I like before you watch them, so if you're still watching them, then thank you very much, but I don't need to be told every time that I should be c-betting this or c-betting more or doing this or doing that. I just do what I do, guys, and it just works for me. That's a pretty big 3-bet. Not really sure what it means. I presume he's not using that size to bluff very often. But now we lose to basically just pocket aces and pocket kings. Pretty much, so whatever. If he's got one of those two hands, then so be it. I guess he's going to win all my money. Don't like that turn card very much. I mean, I don't think he necessarily c-bets that board that big with queens all the time. It's going to make it hard for us to get paid because we can have queens in our range for sure. I'm actually going to check back here because I don't think there's like, my hand's pretty invulnerable. I'm either way ahead and it's just not going to suck out very often, or I'm way behind and I don't mind controlling the size of the pot. I guess a regular, I don't think I'm going to stack a regular here with like a worse hand. If you're like a king jack or something, I don't think we're going to get all this money anyway. Maybe we would, but when he checks again, we make like a really small value bet. Just try and get paid by who knows what. Maybe he's got pocket jacks and does this, which doesn't make sense because if you can't really have queens, you probably shouldn't really have jacks. Oh, bollocks, I check back. Did not mean to check back there, timed out. Too busy, too much going on at the tables. I'm trying to talk at the same time. Interesting that he showed up with the 5-6 suited. Quite like his play. Well, like his pre-flop and his flop play. Right, so it was check call and then donked into two players. We've turned top pair. We're just going to fold. I think that's pretty damn strong. I don't know what I have trips is going to do behind me, so I guess we'll just fold. And given I have trips calls, I'm going to presume it's not the worst fold we've ever made. I mean, maybe he just turned two pair there. Maybe who knows what. But usually I don't give the flop check call turn donk that much credence, but I do when it's multi-way. I think it's much stronger when it's multi heads up. Sometimes it's just someone's picked up a draw or whatever, they're just fucking around, doing all kinds of things, just trying to make you fall. But it's a multi-way pot. I'm just going to give it much more respect. I'm usually going to fold to it. Perhaps my c-bet wasn't great there. I wasn't where all I saw was I have trips. I didn't realise we were playing a multi-way pot. So that was definitely a mistake on my count to c-bet that board. I'm going to go ahead and try and isolate. Choose whatever the hell that is. And we miss everywhere. C-bet everywhere too, of course. That's what I do, c-bet too much. I picked up a heart draw here. I think I'm just going to bet 3 times now. And if he turns up with some weak ace or whatever, well, hallelujah. Good for him. I was going to triple barrel. That is a rubbish river card though. Because now he never folds an ace anymore. Fold to jack queen suited. I'm just going to give up at this point. If he shows me an 8 or something, well, that's just unlucky for me. He did unfortunately show me an 8, but who knows, he might not even have folded that, so I'm just going to accept that sometimes bombs don't run out too great for us and move on. Well, King 10 for the gut shot seems unlikely. We lose to Ace Queen, we beat Ace 4, we lose to Pocket Fours. That is a horrible river. If he bombs this river, I'm probably just going to fold. Not really sure what 10x he can have here, unless he has King 10 exactly. It seems unlikely that someone check calls gut shots, but who knows, he might be really bad. He might just check call. Lots of gut shots. I mean, this looks like a bluff to me, but I mean, there's some ways he can have a 10, I guess, if he just decided to go off on the turn with a semi-bluff. I guess he can just have got there. And I timed out, but I was going to fold anyway. I mean, when he bombs that river like that, it just kind of tells me he doesn't have a set of fours anymore. I mean, I guess he can have. Well, yeah, I guess he can have King 10. I'm just not that into believing people check call with gut shots, but you know, they probably do. It's not something that's in my playbook. I'd rather check raise with a gut shot than just check call, especially on like a board like that where I'm going to see bet it a lot. But maybe he did. Maybe he just had that gutter ball and hit it. He's another regular. Not really much about him because I don't see him at many tables at any one time. But he's another player who doesn't really change his screen name, which, or maybe he does. Maybe he just plays like maybe SYC. Maybe he doesn't change them like in the client. Maybe he just plays the same screen names all the time. So I have trips to 3-bets again. We're going to 4-bet him with the 10s here, and we're not going to fold. He's already shown he's got a willingness to 3-bet light, so whatever. If he's just got the cue for 2 10s, then hallelujah for him. We're going to lose $30 or 30 euros it is. Wow, he just calls. Which is unexpected, shall we say. Start by checking in this spot. I think you can have an awful lot of stuff that you shouldn't have here. Jack 10 suited, 8-9 suited, that type of thing. Not sure what ace x 3-bets in the flats. I'm not too scared of the ace. I think he probably just jams jacks, queens, kings. Maybe he can have an ace jack, ace queen. I just want to try and shut my hand down cheap here. Maybe he just has like pocket sevens too. I think if he bets his river, it's just a question of whether we jam or not. I think. He doesn't. So at this point, I'm just going to hope he's just got some like small ace, like ace rag, ace 5, ace 8 suited, that type of thing. And I'm going to make a bet that he should be able to call with that type of hand. And we're going to go for some very thin value on the river here with our 2 jacks. Pretty grim if he rated me here, but I don't think I'm going to fold. I don't think he ever plays a flush draw this way. So again, who knows? Who knows what he's called me with them? But given he's got the propensity to 3-bet light, and I'm not sure he's that good. Not saying he's bad, but I'm not sure he's that good. I'm not really sure what to make of that. But I think we can assume that maybe, I mean, who knows, maybe he just, I don't know, because we've got kings or queens there, I think he calls the river. I think he's probably just made a pretty loose call out of position to the 4-bet. That's what I'm going to assume from that. And I don't particularly want to play a heads up, so I think I'm probably going to pause the video for a second while I load another table up. And we're back with a new table just in time to see me flop trips in a linked pot. I just completed the 10-9. And on Unibet we're playing 15-25, not 10-25, so it's only makes a small difference, but I do complete a little bit more from the small, particularly multi-way pots. We're just getting that little bit extra better price on our money. So why wouldn't we want to complete a bit more? And here we just got the min wrestling button with our jack. We overcalled our jack 7 suited, and we're just going to let it go now. These games don't look too great at the moment. I am making the video at 11:45 on a Sunday night, so there's every chance there won't be too many fish kicking around. The 3-bet the king queen suit for value here. Fold it to a 4-bet. We're going to just let the king 2 suited go because we've got someone who might be a nutter behind us. Don't think this is a great table. It's table 3. I think it's far from a great table, in fact. To defend none of them are good tables. But whatever, we'll stick with it. We'll stick with it because we're balls deep in the video, and 21 minutes isn't really enough when you're doing this kind of video on a non-fast fold site. We've hit our race here. This has shown a desire to be passive so far, so we're not going to check to him. I think the isolation might be too big. He folded before to our double barrel, but I think he still needs a bet here, even though he might not necessarily call to worse too often. I'll put a pin on needles in my hand. For those of you who don't know, by the way, who don't follow any of my blogs or anything, I am currently just starting out in a weight loss challenge. It's not a prop bet or anything like that. I'm trying to raise £1,000 for charity. I'm trying to lose £50 in 6 months, which I think is definitely very doable because I'm coming from. There's a lot of land to that I can shift without it. I'm not the slimmest guy on earth. Well, we've been 3-bet again by I have trips. The ace jack suit is strong enough to call here against. Well, I'm going to presume that quite an out of line range. And we like both our hands at the moment on both tables. We're going to raise Dur, that turn 2 pairs. We're going to probably check raise I have trips. And just. Actually, no. I don't think I would have liked to check raise there because maybe we get caught by ace queen, but that's it. I'm going to try and induce something from him here and make it like what looks like a weak lead while we've been just 3-bet there by the guy who we think is passive. So I'm actually just going to lay my queen deuce down. Don't think there's anything else to do there other than fold. Can't imagine there's any kind of situation where we have the best hand at showdown there. I think he's just going to have Jack 10 way too often and better 2 pairs. And try and isolate him here, try and get I have trips out of the pot. Won't be surprised if he 3-bet me again though, it seems to be his favourite thing. Don't let me off the hook, he's easy. He's not letting me off the hook easily. I think this is a very easy check here. I think we're probably going to lose table 3. I don't think I have trips ever has a 3 in his hand. Doubts if he does 2. But this board's getting a bit too coordinated, so he's going to go ahead and bet. And Can I get any more value from I have trips? Probably not. Yeah, it's just too much of a good chance he had like an ace 10 type hand, do you? Maybe miss flush draw. Probably a check call, I would imagine. I think he has some missed draws too. Oh, pocket nines. Makes some sense, I guess. Check raise him here. He's too aggressive. We have backdoor flush draw, good shot, 2 overcards. He might just be psychotic enough to shove it on me with the worst draw, which we're somewhat disappointed. Now we picked up an open ender. 3 bet the 10 see for value. I guess we just bet again. And we rip with the nuts, which is pretty nice. And I guess we hope he has a jack and just go all in. Wow. Wow. Not sure I like his turn call very much there. Of course I can still have draws, etc. But I think given that he doesn't know me at all, because I mean he can't have much more, even if he's using tracking software, he can't have much more than like 100 hands on this account today. Given how the population typically plays, I mean on the river maybe he has to call. He rivers 2 pairs, but I think his turn call there is not good. He's going to be behind so often and drawing really thin to dead. But we'll take it. And much as I feel like a scumbag, I was going to leave this table anyway because I don't think it's any good whatsoever. But no, fuck it. We've only got maybe 13 more minutes in the video. Maybe we'll just I think we're going to call with the ace 10 suited and maybe we'll just 3-bet the ace 10 offsuit. They've only got 13 minutes so to go in the video, so we'll leave it. Had I not won that part, I think I maybe would have considered leaving. Wow, that's an enormous squeeze. Congratulations, sir, you've done it. So let me know what you think of the check raise there with the king jack, because the board was wet, so maybe having one of the weaker draws I can have there on a board where it's not going to be difficult for people to put draws in my range. Was it a good check raise? I mean, I still think it's fine personally, but I'd certainly be interested in fielding people's thoughts on it, and we've flopped really well here with a set of 10s. If he somehow has us beat with 2 jacks or king queen, then he's going to win my entire stack. That is a disgusting turn card. He might not win my entire stack anymore. Because we can't bet this turn. And I'm just not going to bet the river either. It's not that hard to have a king without a club and just be on a check call line. Wow, 10 jack. What a horrible turn card. Stops us probably getting his entire stack. That was mid. No, I don't think it was a weak check back. I don't think it was weak. I think you still have some hands that are calling there that beat us. 2 jacks springs to mind immediately. Maybe some smallish flushes. Seems unlikely, but maybe. Definitely some like offsuit random king X. Although I do think that king probably value bets a river. Right, so all these tables are starting to drop off. So maybe we just make this a half-hour video. It's been pleasant. We've helped exercise the ghost of the early session, and at least drag him a couple of decent sized pots in. But right now he's looking regular, albeit bad, regular. Yeah, he's a fish. Okay, he's probably a fish. Fuck it, we'll stay for now. Oh, I have strips left this table, so it looks like this table's probably going to break. Not much to explain about the 3-bet with the ace-king suited. And as only because I don't particularly want to play heads up, I'm going to pause the video just for a moment and bring a new table in. So we're back, and it looks like the tables have just changed slightly when I've put some back in. And the bottom two tables have swapped over, I think. What used to be table 4 is now table 3, and the new table's gone into the table 4 slot, which didn't happen last time, but seems to have happened this time. And flops up over pair against big card 22. Blind versus blind. We won't be doing anything other than trying to get the money in here. Good shot on a ridiculously wet board. He's going to block here. Does that bet smaller than I think he would bet had I checked? We get jammed on. A super easy fold. And I think I'm just going to keep calling here against. I've been 3-bet by my bad once this session's folding that against big cards because usually ace side is going to be good a hell of a lot of the time. I mean, now it's just going to be the nuts probably. Presumably big cat just had the king high or queen high or something there. They're just fucking around with. Five, 9, 4. Again, we're just going to put a little blocky sieve out. 2 overcards, backdoor, flush draw, so we're not going anywhere just yet. I'm probably not going to continue on that particular card though. Any card over a 10 I maybe would have had another go at. I think the 7 is just not going to get us enough folds. And now we're just going to fold ourselves. See, mini, I have no idea what can raise us here. No idea what can raise me here. I mean, if he's got a better king, a better ace than us, I think he's just going to stack me. Raise makes not really very much sense. Unless he's flopped a set or whatever. Wow. Just raised me with nothing and then but raised me 1 pair and then turned it, which is disappointing. Because I mean, if we think he's just airballing the flop, which I kind of thought he not had to be, but I mean, what really raises that flop for value usually? Then we just have to continue. Once I make the read that I think he's going to have a decent amount of bluffs in his range, I'm just not going to fold anymore. I mean, yeah, I don't like it when he shoves, but whatever. not really an awful lot I'm going to be able to do about that. And this flop is not good for us, but then we can't fold just yet, of course. It is quite disappointing when you do find people that peel 3-bets with like really awful cards, like 7-6 offsuits. I mean, let's face it, you shouldn't just be folding that. And then they just make real bad, like real donkey plays. I mean, we just can't continue here. That bet's ludicrously sized. Well, not ludicrously sized, but it looks too big to me. Yeah, it's frustrating. It's kind of what's been happening to me, certainly quite a lot today. Because what happens, it's how we make tons of money from these guys when they make these retarded plays and don't get there. Unfortunately, sometimes they just get there and we just got to suck it up. I mean, it's just horrible play, isn't it? There's no real nice way of describing it. I mean, if you're watching the video, no offense to you, but I mean, the play was just, it was pretty horrible, but whatever. Congratulations to you, you won the pot. Now it goes to the min-raising 3x earlier. 7 high. God knows what his min-raise looks like. Just going to keep calling here with our top pair shitty kicker. And I thought we were going to heads up at this table, we haven't. The guy's just faded out. Wow, that's a big bet on the river. Uh-oh. Yep. I'm afraid when it starts going wrong, sometimes it stays going wrong. Really want a big card hasn't been getting our line from the board, so really don't want to be 3-betting you here. And I guess we're just going to check raise on. It's the exact board, are we? Let me just check calls. He's just been very passive. And we've been min 3-bet now by Katie, which is Katia. It's obviously quite frustrating, but probably just helps to confirm the read that we are dealing with a fish here. So my ace might be good some of the time he ever hits it. Getting 2.5 to 1 on the call, which isn't the right price, but if we hit, we might win the rest of his stack. We don't hit those, so c'est la vie. Queen 10 off the small. I'm going to mid-raise it because, sorry, 3-bet it. Particularly want to call a squeeze. And I think it's too strong to fold against the button open. So, kind of reduce our options somewhat. This is very quick at the moment, 3-handed. Queen 9 suited heads up, probably too strong to fold. Flop trips is definitely too strong to fold. Call with this, we're going to 4-bet the jacks. I think he's the sort of who's going to call with a lot worse. So, oh dear, he snap folded. She's unfortunate. I'm just going to shove on Bobby now and hope he hasn't made a flush. He's probably just going to have an overpair a lot of the time. Oh, wow. Oh, we stuck out though, so we'll take it. We will take it. He heads up there, I think Queen. I mean, this is why I don't play heads up very often, because I'm not very good at it, to be completely frank, but I think Queen 9 suited heads up's going to be. It's just going to be a standard defend 2 or 3 bet, I would imagine. And then we flop trips, what are we going to do? Get it all in on the turn when the flush hits, whatever. That's going to be life, I guess. But we are going to call it a day, because the tables don't like playing short-handed very much. We've done our 40 minutes for the purpose of the video. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. There's certainly been plenty of action in it. Please feel free to comment on my play, particularly short-handed, because I don't think my short-handed game is anywhere near up to scratch against regulars. I think it's fine if there's a fish in the game. If there's against 3 regulars, I don't think it's even close to being. Well, no, it's not even close. It's not terrible, not by a long shot, but it could certainly do some work. So if you do have any opinions, I'd be delighted to hear them. But we're going to leave it there for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye for now.